Good afternoon to Miamisburg Rotary. Greeters today, we saw Rich Golding and Eric was a little late, but that's okay, Eric. So next week, Angela and Kim will be greeters. And thank you, Lori, for gonging. Thank you, Lori, for gonging us today. I'm sure you got good instructions from Neil.
Yeah, he was very supportive.
And today, Tom Krosky, lead us in prayer.
There's a great old song called Finlandia. Everybody know that song? You probably recognize it. Well, some people have said lyrics to it, and I'm going to read you as our prayer the lyrics that I'm most familiar with. We thank you, Lord, and worship you with gladness. We praise your name and lift your hearts in song. For you are good, your love endures forever. Your faithfulness continues all day long. You've lavished us with every spiritual blessing. We thank you, Lord, and praise you now in song. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, because human or Karen's going to do this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why Kevin. My wife's name is Karen, so I don't know why.
So today I'm going to do a rendition of the lead Greenwood song, God Bless the USA. Just think it's so appropriate. Put the words on, lead fingers on your children, play along. We want to make it pushing.
Microphone. I see. Freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American. Birthplace. Forget the man who died. Gave their rights to me, and I gladly stand up next to you when the fingers feel today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt. God bless. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills and to Texas, from the sea to skies, Detroit down Houston and New with pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, turns out to be an American, but at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died, gave to me, and I always stand up next to you, and defenders today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt. Louisiana, America, at least I'm free. I won't forget the man who died, gave that to me, at least I'm not next. with the pen of the great no time.
All right. Has anybody seen any of the videos on YouTube of Europeans and people from other countries visiting the United States for World Soccer? World, and it's funny. Everybody's so surprised on what we have here in the United States, as they know everything's so much bigger. If you've ever been to Europe, portions, there's no such thing as a big, to get a bag of Lay's family size. There's a lot of their portion sizes are smaller. Food is a little more bland, but it's
Ranch dressing, ranch dressing.
ranch dressing. If you, someone went down to Texas and see those ribs, single bone rib about as big as their head there. I just love those videos, but yeah, we have a lot to be thankful for here. Acting secretary today. Carolyn said she's never been acting secretary. You believe that? So she's acting secretary today. And if there's anybody out there that you're on your bucket list, you want to be acting secretary, feel free to let us know. It was on Carolyn's
We're always supposed to keep increasing our skill set. So I've never done this, but I can read, I think. So guests, Steve and Lynn Schultz. They're sponsored here today by Barry. Josie Nestor. And Cora Hoffman. And good to have all of you here. Our prospective members, who after today will no longer be prospective. Chris Fine, who's sponsored by Michelle. Jill Stoutenborough, is that somewhat right? By Ted Fink, who I think is still out in Colorado. Greg Wells, sponsored by Stacy Mann, and Margie Christie, sponsored by Kim Heiser. And the last string is always out. It's still out.
All right, who has some announcements today? We'll get Katie here.
There is a World Cup watch party at Mound Golf Course tonight. So 8 o'clock, Mound Golf Course, come and join us.
There you go. Okay. All right.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
I do still need to mind.
Just let everybody know the alumni golf outing is coming up July 24th. That's on a Friday, so anybody that needs to sign up, there's a website, Facebook. You can see Stacy or myself, either one, if you need more information. If you want to sponsor, get a team together. It's a great time, and Chumps provides a great lunch afterwards. So everybody come out and support the Miamisburg alumni.
Saturday, the Miamisburg Historical Society will have a booth out at Benham's Grove for the Americana Festival. We're having reenactors, somebody doing their forging, not money. And then on Sunday, the Heritage Village is open, so we have an 1812 theme this week.
Okay, I think it's my turn. You know what? Let me. So, last Thursday night, I was honored to attend the district celebration of our 25-26 year, and the installation of the incoming district officers. That was at Beaver Creek Country Club. We had been informed that we were going to receive an honor that night. I didn't know exactly what it was all about, but I was glad that I had already signed up to go, so we would have a representative. So there were four groups, four clubs that were recognized that night. The first was and this was clubs with assistant governors, so I guess that's part of why I was involved. But anyway, the first one was the Club for Impact, and that went to the Rotary Club of Troy. And they got that award because they raised $6,000 for the Dolly Parton book and reading program. And when the fellow from Troy got up to receive the award, he had a 2-page script that he'd written out as thank you. I thought, oh my gosh. And then the next award was the Reach Award, which went to the Rotary Club of Urbana, and they got it because they took in 13 new members during the year. And then the next one was the Engage, and that went to Springboro Club for the many things that they've been involved in this year. And then the last one was called the Adapt Club, and that one went to us. And when the fellow introduced me and said that we were getting this award, he said for the new innovation in fundraising that we had done this year, but we won't say where they got the idea. So, well, I didn't have a prepared script, but I was able to come up with a few things to say. One of the things that I felt like Jane should have been there because she's the one who brought the idea to us from Springboro. But I also did give credit to the Springboro Club that they were the ones who had originally given us the idea.
Let's hear it for Jane.
Yeah, I did say that, Rotarians really don't like to change. So even though we've been grumbling about the auction and how it had lost its impact and wasn't as much fun anymore, some of us weren't quite sure whether or not we should make that change, but we did it, and it was successful. And I told them that we're already on board for next year, thanks to Katie. She's already got us a place and the man who does it, so we're rolling forward.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at the St. Henry Activity Building. Is that right? So it's really, really big. We can hold 250 people instead of 150, and it won't be as crowded. So the way we can set things up, movement will be much easier, and it's going to be great. So this is what we received, and one of the things that somebody there that night, I think it was probably Heidi. She is a outgoing district governor, and she's such a wonderful speaker. She said, Rotary is ordinary people coming together with a purpose and achieve extraordinary results. So that's us. That's Rotary.
Do we have any other announcements?
Okay, we'll start with a fun fact. Since this is my last one, I have a special one for you guys. Sent to me by, the only hint is it was sent to me by Tom Crosby. I'm not blaming you. It's a great fun fact. But, let's see here. Michelle, would you answer this? All right. So, this Rotarian in high school had a special trick. Him and a passenger, while the car was moving, would swap drivers. And it was their, quote unquote, their trick of high school.
So a local Rotarian, is that what you're thinking?
It's someone
in the room. All right. So while you guys think about that, we'll do half.
Happy dollars. Raise your hand for happy dollar.
I have $50 and 5 Rotarians went down on the evening and worked there helping us. So appreciative for the people who volunteered to do that.
Thank you.
Well, I usually do 10 happy Venmo dollars, but last week I took my badge home, and then this week I forgot to bring it back. So I'm finding myself $2 because I don't have my badge today. So I got 8 happy dollars because I got to sit with Lynn and Steve Schultz, who also known as Paul Schultz II. 2 of 4.
I have 3 happy dollars. The first one was that my wife and I had the distinct pleasure of going down to the Historical Society the other night and watching presentation on the Declaration of Independence by a professor from Wright State University. Very informative. It was a really good presentation. Secondly, I'll try not to steal any thunder from the mayor and Chris there, but I was able to attend 2 ribbon cuttings. First was for Kircher Design in the old boat building, which on the inside looks a lot different than it did back in the 80s when I was patrolling that in the midnight. And it's a really nice place. They really fixed it up and made it look really good. And lastly, I was able to go to Val's pastry shop. I'm not sure what the rest of it. I just know Val's Coffee House, yeah, downtown on Main Street. And all I can tell you is, if you decide to go down there, loosen your belt. It's really good. They've got some great pastries, croissants, and coffee's good too.
I have one happy dollar today because I had a really good time volunteering at Helping Hands Food Pantry on Monday with a bunch of colleagues here, and it was just a really great time. I got to be in the produce section. For those of you who were there, I have way too much energy most of the time, so I had way too much energy there too. So don't worry, I shared it with them. So that was my happy dollar because I had a really good time.
I have this happy dollar today because I was lucky enough to come to Rotary with my mom and be able to have a lot of fun with all of you.
I sent in a few happy dollars. June 20th, I got married down in Florida. Sobbing on stage and blowing some snot bubbles. It was exceptional. I can confirm.
All right, here's $1 for greeting. I wasn't entirely sure I was going to make it today, so that's $1 for being here, and that's $1 for construction blues. So electricians did all the work, and 3 arc fault breakers are constantly tripping. They spent a whole day yesterday trying to figure it out. Thought they had it resolved. This morning, we don't have it resolved. So we're still working on that. My plumber came to do the final hookup so we can get the final plumbing inspection, and he refuses to put the shower fixture in because the guy that cut the tile cut it wrong. So we got to get that correct before that. And then the shower vent, I was helping my contractor stick a 4.5-inch pipe and a 4 1/8-inch hole through the brick of my house. We had to clear another 1/8 of an inch, so I was out doing that this morning. Also while fixing my pump. It's been a fun day.
Here's a happy dollar from my granddaughter Josie, who couldn't able to make it today. And also an interesting dollar because of the 55th class reunion That's where Tom found out some of this information about me from one of my high school buddies. Because his sister-in-law actually graduated with me, so I don't know how many more stories Tom's gonna have to tell on me, but oh well. Yeah, Roger told everybody plenty of them.
Josie, you drive? Don't take any lessons from that.
I am $5 happy because I got an email that my team, the Outlaws, won the first annual Barstool Open. And I was so excited because I don't even remember. Yeah, we're winners. We have a winner. Sure.
Well, I'm also happy that I was able to help out at Helping Hands. I was next to her enthusiasm, and all I had was bread. It was good.
I'm a happy dollar because today I can officially say that I am the president.
Not yet.
I know, after today.
I have 7 happy dollars, actually a penalty or whatever. What I found out is that I had an incorrect number of people who were there on Monday night. There were actually 7 people who were there. We had Lori's husband. We had Angela. We had Carolyn Kilpatrick. We had Chris Fine. We had Judy, and we had Jane Stein. So I want to thank all of them, and also thank all of you, because that is one of the organizations that we have supported for many, many years.
All right, top dog is 9 of diamonds, 200 and how much?
$217.
Green ticket.
9 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Green ticket ending in 387.
387.
387.
All right, Bill. All right, looking for 9 of diamonds, Bill.
Queen of diamonds.
Queen of diamonds. All righty. All righty.
Michelle, do you have an answer to that question?
I do. Because Jeff told it. Was there just one Rotarian in this room, or are they both?
There's just one. I don't know the other.
It would be Jeffrey.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Very good, very good.
I can tell you some other ones later afterwards, just you and me.
Was that a stick shift or was it an automatic?
It was an automatic. It was a '65 Mustang, and there was no console, so the driver could get out and go around and get in the back seat. The guy in the back seat, which he could come up in between the bucket seats and get in the driver's seat.
So the car wasn't moving.
We was on Interstate 75.
Oh.
Called that a Chinese fire drill.
But the car was moving.
Yeah. We did more stupid things like that, but we survived. We're okay.
All right.
Are you?
Well, no, just a couple of nights with their mom was in council. We had to cover.
All right. Well, it's a exciting time today because we have the installation of officers. So we'll have Bill come up and installation officer, and we'll do new members first. New members. So Bill, come on up and introduce our new members, and you get to be official members today. Is this working? No, it's working.
And you're my community service director.
What am I?
I got you. I got you. I got you. I just don't remember the way.
I think you've got the official Britney Spears microphone, so
Thank you.
not used to that. You can use this one if you don't want it, Bill.
Maybe your communication, maybe your community services director.
Yeah, that's right. We'll set this up here.
Oh, your community service director. Yeah.
I'll see if I can.
So you can coordinate.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah. Probably gonna be.
I'm very fortunate to be here as the installing officer for both the new members that we have, as well as for our new club officers. So on the first one, we have 3 new members today. If these people and the sponsors would come up, Chris Fine, if you'd come up, and Michelle Collins. Okay, Jill Stottenborough, and her sponsor is Ted Fane, but Lori is going to act as a circuit sponsor today. And third, Greg Wells, and Stacy Manny is his sponsor. First, what I'd like to offer is for the sponsors to provide a little bit of information about their new Rotary.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to introduce Chris Fine. I'm sure most people know him. He is our new city manager, and I'm proud to call him friend. And now a Rotarian. Chris Fine serves as the city manager for the city. He has spent more than 20 years working for the city in a variety of planning, development, and leadership roles, giving him the opportunity to help support the community's growth and long-term success. Chris enjoys working with residents, businesses, and community organizations to help make Miamisburg a great place to live, work, and visit. He also serves on several boards of organizations in the community and in the region. This year, Chris and his wife Monica will celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary. They have 3 adult children, Caitlin, Kylie, and Mitchell, and 3 grandsons. He is pleased to become a member of the Miamisburg Rotary Club and looks forward to getting to know all of his fellow Rotarians while supporting the club's service projects and community initiatives.
Jill Stoutenborough. So originally from New Lebanon, Ohio. After marriage, she moved to Germantown, Ohio. She has 2 children and 2 grandchildren. She's worked at the West Carrollton YMCA for 22 years and became the membership director 7 months ago. She belongs to the Lineage Society Daughters of the American Revolution since 2010, and her hobbies include history, reading, crafts, and a good rockin' fossil hunt. Nice.
Greg Wells is a seasoned and accomplished chief fiscal officer with a proven track record in business leadership and financial management. Serving as the treasurer CFO of Miamisburg City School District, Greg oversees all fiscal operations for the district's $90 million operating budget, serving 4,800 students and employing over 750 staff members. Prior to becoming a school treasurer, Greg worked 25 years in corporate America and then over 8 years as director of operations at Parkside Christian Church on the east side of Cincinnati. Outside of work, he served his community for 3 terms for a total of 12 years on the Williamsburg Local School District in Claremont County Board of Education, including 7 of those years as board president. In this role, Greg championed academic excellence, fiscal stewardship, and expanded opportunities for special needs and career tech students. His time on the board was so impactful, it prompted him to pursue his Ohio School Treasurer license and serve public education as a second career. Greg is a graduate of The Ohio State University and holds certifications in APICS, CPIM, and 6 Sigma Green Belt. He and his wife Karen have been married for over 36 years, and they are the proud parents of 2 amazing adult sons and their wonderful wives, and they love spoiling their 5 awesome grandchildren.
Just a little challenge. Okay, so I would like to thank all of the sponsors for bringing new members into the club. It's new members who keep the club, increase the vitality and our ability to do good service into the community. So, to Chris, to Jill, and to Greg, it is my privilege and honor on behalf of the members of the Rotary Club of Miamisburg, Ohio, to welcome you into Rotary. As you learned at the Rotary Information Meeting, Rotary is a service club. In fact, our motto is service above self. Rotary service takes many forms.
First, there is club service. We must serve the club because the club is the foundation of Rotary. It is the club and its members who offer fellowship and friendships that bring us together and provide the support necessary to carry out all the good that Rotary does here in our community and throughout the world.
Next is community service. We expect you to be a leader in serving our community by recognizing the needs of those around us and taking action. The Miamisburg Rotary Club has an impressive reputation for serving the community by helping those of us who are less fortunate through the spirit of volunteerism and leadership.
The next avenue of service is international service. You are now part of a worldwide fellowship of business and professional men and women united in the ideal of serving others. You will have many opportunities to develop an understanding of our brothers and sisters around the globe, and we encourage you to seek out ways to make our world a better place for all of us.
The next avenue of service is youth service. Rotary's focus on youth programs and services is to work to engage youth and young adults in leadership roles, including Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, Rotaract clubs, and Interact clubs.
And finally, there is vocational service. True Rotarians follow a simple guide in their everyday lives of how we think, what we say, and what we do. It is something called the four-way test. This test will not only help you think and act clearly in your profession, but will also provide a moral and ethical framework for your everyday life. The test goes like this.
Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship?
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
At this time, I will ask the sponsors to present you with your membership badge and to place your Rotary pin on your lapel as a symbol of your commitment to truth, fairness, goodwill, and friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a nice round of applause to the new Rotarian. Okay, thank you all. My next privilege is to act as the installing officers for the officers and directors of the Miamisburg Rotary Club. And this ceremony, this was based on a ceremony that was written in the 1930s by Hubert Nylapp, who was the past president of Miamisburg Rotary Club. It was updated with some changes to club structure in 1923. Rotary is a concept of fellowship and service that involves each member in carrying out the plans and organizations to achieve its goals. The failure of one committee to function or failure of one member to perform when called upon impedes the progress and success of the club. New officers go into action at the beginning of each Rotary year, and each member of the club must realize the personal privilege and even obligation to support them. If the Rotary team is to do its best work, each Rotarian will have to take responsibility for a share of that effort. The success of an administration depends upon the work of committees and individuals. When a committee has been appointed, a part of the Rotarian program has been assigned. The success or failure of that part is in the hands of those to whom the task has been delegated. Okay, we are fortunate today to have Steve Schultz here representing his father, Tom. Steve to represent Paul. Okay, and as they pointed out, that is Paul the second, or second two of four. So, to the president, the members of the Miamisburg Rotary Club, thank you for your untiring efforts in directing the work of the club over the past year, and for Paul for many years. The community is better aware of the existence of this club by reason of your having served as its president. Now, as in the past, at the close of another Rotary year, your work will be assumed by another who will learn more of this great organization and the many contributions that Rotary makes all over the world. Many of these facts can be learned only through the close contact with our international office afforded to a club president. At this time, will all past presidents of the Miamisburg Rotary Club please stand? Past president. Past presidents, we thank you for your past and continuing leadership of this club. Okay. So on behalf of the past presidents of the Miamisburg Rotary Club, I welcome you into the group of individuals who have previously served this club as its president. You know that your work in Rotary is just beginning, and all of us know that you will be ready and willing to advise, assist in whatever capacity you may be called upon, because you are conversant with the motto of service among self. At this time, the current officers and directors will vacate their current positions. So at the moment, we're legalists. Phil Callahan is acting as my assistant installing officer. And Phil, would you please call forward the officers and directors of the Miamisburg Rotary Club and arrange them in front of the club?
Yes, as I call your name, if you would come up and start here and go that way. These are the officers and directors for the 2026 and 2027 Rotary year. President Tom Riley. Ryan Davis. Vice President Cole McGuire. Vice President Paul Schultz. Secretary Barry Barnhart. Assistant Secretary Katie Quackenbush. Treasurer Judy McCartney. Assistant Treasurer Tom Krosky. Director of Club Service, Cole's already up here. Communications Director Justin Conan. Director of Community Services, Lori Denny Herman. Director of International Services, David Kottman. Director of Vocational Services, Kim Iser. Director of Youth Services, Amy Shreve. Sergeant at Arms, Eric Flasher. Assistant Sergeant at Arms, Jeff Nestor. There you have it.
In addition, we have one other role that typically performed by the past president, and that is the fundraising chair. And we are fortunate in that Carolyn Kilpatrick will serve again this coming year as our fundraising chair.
Yes, sir. How about if you move to the end of the stage? So
Yeah, we got a lot of wires and stuff down here. So
Everyone, please slide to your left.
all right.
To your right, to your right. Your other left. Okay, Rotarians. You see before you the officers and directors who will guide our club during the coming year. I will now proceed to install them. All elected officers and directors, as well as the immediate past president, are members of the Miamisburg Rotary Club Board of Directors. Officers and directors, please raise your right hand, say "I," pronounce your name, and repeat after me. I solemnly promise in the presence of the Rotarians here assembled that I will perform the duties pertaining to the office to which I have been chosen to the best of my ability and understanding. Thank you. You may lower your hands. Okay, to the Board of Directors. Your duties are extensive and important due to the nature of Rotary and the limited time available at the regular weekly meetings. The Board of Directors is charged with managing the business of the club as prescribed in the club constitution and bylaws. You will attend the regularly scheduled meetings of the board and other meetings at the call of the president. Among your responsibilities, you will monitor and approve appropriate spending and disbursement of club funds to be made by the treasurer. You will approve or reject all applications for membership and in general guide the club in all of its business affairs, projects, and activities. The Board of Directors of the Miamisburg Rotary Club has 12 voting members. 7 members of the Board of Directors are officers of the club. The president-elect, vice president, the immediate past president, the secretary, the treasurer, and the sergeant at the remaining 5 members of the Board of Directors who are not officers of the club are the Director of Community Service, the Director of Vocational Service, the Director of International Service, the Director of Youth Service, and the Director of Communications. The Vice President also serves as Director of Club Service, and the immediate past president becomes the Director of Fundraising. You are charged with the supervision of the committee work in your area of Rotary service. You work and organize the committees operating in your area of responsibility and facilitate their work. You will encourage their efforts and regularly report their progress at the meetings of the Board of Directors. Carolyn Kilpatrick is serving as the immediate past president. You are the fundraising chair. Your primary responsibility is the planning and execution of the annual Pancake Day event and additional fundraising events. You are also encouraged to investigate additional opportunities to raise funds needed to support the work of Rotary and to present recommendations to the board. Amy Shreve, as the Director of Youth Service, Rotarians have long been committed to serving youth in their communities. The Rotary International Strategic Plan encourages clubs to balance activities in all 5 avenues of service, but some fall under more than one. The Youth Service Avenue of Service acknowledges the exceptional work that Rotarians do with youth and youth adults while encouraging clubs to spread their reach even further. It is encompassing a fundamental idea that every Rotarian has a responsibility to support the professional and personal success of young people while recognizing the diversity of their needs. Youth Services recognizes the positive change implemented by youth and the young adults through leadership development activities as Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. Rotary interactive service projects and creating international understanding with Rotary Youth Exchange. Kim Iser, you are Director of Vocational Service. Your committees are responsible for 1, promoting adherence to the highest ethical standards in all occupations and professions. Number 2, encouraging the recognition of the worthiness to societal useful occupations. And number 3, soliciting the application of each individual's vocational talents to the problems and needs of society. David Cartman, you are the Director of International Service. The programs of Rotary that inspire the greatest dreams and offer the greatest challenges are down the avenue of international service. As director, you are charged with leading the club's efforts in this aspiring area of the Rotary program. Lori, you are the director of community service. Often described as the heartbeat of Rotary, the commitment to community service grew out of the realization early in the movement's history that something more than fellowship or the opportunity for business profit was necessary to sustain the interests of the club members over time. Community service is the activity for which Rotary is most recognized locally. Committees under your directorship are responsible for upholding this tradition and responsibility. Justin, who is not here today, is our Director of Communication. In recent years, communication and publicity have become increasingly essential in advancing the ideals and actions of Rotary clubs, not only to our members, but to the public as well. You will be working closely with club officers, directors, and committee chairs to remain abreast of and to meet the publicity needs of the club. Your responsibilities include forming and leading a team of communications, marketing, and design professionals and volunteers to promote the club, its service activities, fundraising efforts, and membership recruiting objectives. Our goals will be met by utilizing our website, social media, and mass media outlets. You can further enhance our outreach by developing contacts with media members, influencers, and community leaders. Charged to our Sergeant at Arms, Eric Flasher. Your duties are to see that the meeting room is properly prepared with all necessary equipment and supplies before the scheduled time of all regular and special club meetings, and to return all equipment to its proper storage after the meeting. You are to preserve order, to see that all visitors and guests are welcome, seated, and properly introduced to the club, and to perform such other activities as the President may direct. To the Assistant Secretary at Arms, Jeff Nestor, your duties are to assist the sergeants in accomplishing the duties of that office. You are to assume the full duties, including attending and voting at board meetings during the absence of the Sergeant at Arms. Please be patient, we're getting close. The charge to the Treasurer, Judy McCartney. Your duties are to receive money from the members and visitors for meals and funds. You will receive money paid to the Secretary for dues, contributions, or other reasons. You are to safely deposit all funds received by the club and disperse them at the direction of the board. You will keep proper accounts showing receipts, disbursements, and balances, and report the same monthly. You will perform such other reporting and management services as required by Rotary International and the club constitution and bylaws. You will submit your records to an annual audit, which will be reported to the club. To the Assistant Treasurer, Broski, as your title implies, the Assistant Treasurer is the one who assists the Treasurer. Your duties, therefore, are to provide whatever service you can to support the Treasurer in the conduct of that office. You will assume the full duties, including attending and voting at board meetings in the absence of the Treasurer. To the Secretary, Mary Barnhart, your duties are to keep the true record of attendance, to attend to all clerical matters of the club, to faithfully record all actions of the Board of Directors, and to receive due payment from the members, keeping an accurate record, and to pay the same to the Treasurer, to receive all contributions made through the Miamisburg Rotary Club to the Rotary Foundation or Rotary International, keep an accurate record, and forward funds in accordance with Rotary International policies. You are to render all reports required by Rotary International, the club constitution and bylaws, and those requested by the President and the Board of Directors. Charge to Kate Quackenbush, the Assistant Secretary. As the name implies, the Assistant Secretary is the one who assists the Secretary. Your duties, therefore, are to support the Secretary in the performance of responsibilities of that office. You will assume the full duties, including attending and voting at board meetings in the absence of the Secretary. A charge to the Vice President and Director of Club Service, Cole McGuire. Your duties are to assist the President in the discharge of the responsibilities of the office in the absence of the president and the president-elect, you are to assume their duties. As vice president or the club service director, club service is considered by many Rotary leaders as the most important part of the club mechanism. Without a viably functioning club, little else can be accomplished through other avenues of service. The committees under your direction include assure the smooth and effective operation of the club's internal activities. To our President-elect, Brian Davis, your duties are to assist the President in the discharge of the responsibilities of that office. You are encouraged to take every opportunity to prepare yourself for your year as President, including attendance at the District Assembly, the District Conference, and monitoring the work of various committees of the club. In the absence of the President, you are to assume the duties of that office. You are also the program chairperson for the year. It is your responsibility to arrange for interesting and appropriate presentations to be part of the weekly meetings. To our President, Tom, your duties are to preside at all meetings of the club, all meetings of the Board of Directors, club assemblies, to announce the decisions of the chair in all parliamentary matters, to announce to the club the decisions of the board when the members should be notified, to appoint all members of appoint all committees of the club, and to be an ex officio member of same, to have general supervision of the activities of the club, to assess fines and moderation. You are to be a leader in the club and of the club in the community, to the end that the local club and Rotary International will maintain their high standing in this locality and around the world. Okay. I need the gavel. Would you step up here, please? Okay, President Tom Riley, I now place in your hands this gavel, which is the symbol of authority. Okay, use it wisely and well, and never in a dictatorial manner. May this year be to you an inspiration, a year that you will always remember with pleasure, and one that you can truthfully say has been a service to mankind and to your fellow Rotarians. Okay, to the members of the Miamisburg Rotary Club, would you please stand? As members of the club have a deep responsibility to your own club and the Rotary Club, you should attend your own club meetings when possible, and if unable to do so, you should make up your attendance. Both you and the club are the losers if you do not attend. Cheerfulness to serve Rotary in any capacity should characterize each individual member and therefore add to the prestige of the club and to its usefulness in the community. Finally, you should so demean yourself that everyone will know and recognize the worthiness of Rotary and the individual Rotarian. Okay? Phil, if you would.
In the name of Rotary International and at the request of the installing officer, I proclaim the officers and directors of the Rotary Club of Miamisburg to be duly and legally installed. Let them be received and acknowledged as such. Congratulations and welcome to our Board of Directors for the 2026-2027 Rotary year.
Okay, I have right now one of the things we have for the past president. Okay, Steve. Okay, what we have here for your father is pin to recognize him as the past president. We also have the past president's pin, which is with the diamond on there. And Paul recently achieved the level of a Paul Harris Fellow +6. So here is a pin that represents that for him. Please share that with your father. So, thank you. Thank you. Well, that concludes the installation of our new officers. Please be seated.
Thank you very much. For last year, the theme was Unite for Good. This year, I brought the banner for this year's Create Lasting Impact. create lasting impact. So, real quick here, we get the gifts are the door prizes were provided by Carolyn. Last number 601, 601, and 613. 601, 613. 601, 613.
Brent was next.
613. Very good. Let's all stand. Remember, until we meet again, in everything that we think, say, or do, number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three,
Will.
and number four, all concerned. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your meeting.
The first meeting you ran long.
Hey, but you can, you're going to be my.
I'll keep you rolling, man.
But did you hear in any other duty that
Any other duty?
that the president deemed
Start the meeting.
I like that one. Oh, and I could